it's Liz Yuille. Sorry, there was something flying across my face. Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts. Hope you're having a good day so far. Today is Tuesday, so it's Top Tip Tuesday. And I'm beginning to look at things that you can make for craft fairs, gifts, those sorts of things, because we're heading towards that season. I know it's going to be 30 degrees here in the UK this week, and I'm thinking about things for gifting and craft fairs. But you can gift all year, so these should be projects that will be good all year round. For those of you who don't know me, I am Liz Yuille. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator based in the UK, working across the UK, France, Germany, Austria and the Netherlands. If this is your first time with me, I hope you enjoy yourself, and if you do, thumbs up is always appreciated, and don't forget, hit that YouTube subscription button, and if you want to get notified when I go live or when I post a video, hit that alert bell as well. And remember, if you're on a phone, to make sure you turn on notifications on your phone as well. That was a long introduction. Anyway, let's have a look at what I have in store for today. So let's pop down to my desk. I have a trimmer. I do have some other things as well. What I am going to be showing you is how to make packs of gift cards really quickly. I mean, really quickly. So I have got here 6 sheets of thick white, and I'm going to score each of these in half. Now, if you're outside of North America, you're going to score at 10.5 centimeters. If you're in North America, you're going to score at 8.5, 4.25. And then you're going to cut in half. So outside North America, that's at about 14.9. Great measurement. And if you're in North America, that would be 8.5 by 11, 5.5. So I'm going to do that with all of my sheets. What I'm actually going to do is score them all first and then cut them, but I have shown you what I'm going to be doing, so let's just whiz through those. And this is just such a quick way of doing it. You will need a Stamparatus, but a Stamparatus is a great item to have, not least of all because, am I right in thinking this? Let me just check. I think I am. Stamping tools. I want stamping tools. They'll be at the back somewhere. There's an index. I know there is. Punches, banners, tools. Stamping tools, 147. Yes. Let me just double check that. Ooh, nearly. So in the UK, if you add a Stamparatus to your shopping list, until the end of August, you will get a free Celebration item. If you're in Europe, you need to put in one other thing as well, because it's very close to €60, but just fractionally under, and that's all to do with differences in tax and that sort of thing. So it's nothing to do with Stampin' Up! Charging different amounts in different countries. It's all to do with tax and exchange rates and stuff. So I've done all my scoring. Now I'm going to do all of my cutting. So as I say, we're going to make 12 cards, and we're going to do it in pretty much no time flat. So I am cutting at 14.9 centimeters, which is, let me just check that in other money. So about 5 7/8. If you're working in international A4 but imperial measurements, which is kind of where I sit, but I do tend to go for my 14.9. So when I'm making card bases, I go international measurements, so I go metric, and when I'm making everything else, I go imperial, because that's just the kind of person I am. So there we've got all of our bases ready to go. I've got 12 envelopes ready as well. I'm going to keep my trimmer out because I've got just two sheets of designer series paper, And this is, I should have looked it up, I want to say Hues of Beauty, or Beautiful Hues, or something similar. Where have I got the picture of all of our... No, it's different in the mini album. Right, okay, let's find our pattern paper at the back. Sorry about this is probably going to take longer than anything else. Hues of Happiness, page 108. So it's part of the whole suite, which is Hues of Happiness. Oop, don't need M&T, that was for my catalogue launch, which was a while ago, so I don't need that, but I did a make and take using this paper. So really lovely bright paper, lots of pattern. So some sides are berry pattern, some sides are kind of tone on tone. So I've got a ditzy pattern, a rainbow, and then a rainbow of ditzy pattern and lots of colour. So I am going to cut this way. So I've got my lines, for want of a better word, going across my page. I'm going to cut from this side though, because then I won't be drawn into those lines at all. If you're in North America, cut at 4 inches. If you are in the rest of the world, you want to cut at just inside 10 centimeters, so 3.9-ish. I'm going to cut at 3 7/8 inches. Sorry, did I say 3 and... So 9.9-ish or 3 7/8. And I'm going to do that twice. But as I say, if you're in North America, you're going to cut at 4 inches. So actually I'm going to do it 3 times because this piece is going to be bigger. So we're left in, if you're in international A4 land, you'll be left with 2 little pieces, and if you're in North America, you won't be left with anything. And then this is going to be cut at 5 5/8 or 14.3 centimeters. If you're in North America, 8.5 by 11. So you've cut at 5.5, 5 1/4. Yeah, 5 1/4. So I'm cutting at 5 5/8. And again, I'm left with small bits. You'll be left with some in North America as well. I think I might just be able to get through the rest in one pass. Might not. No. Not going to be able to get through the rest in one pass. It'll take a few more than that. So 5 5/8. And 5 5/8. I've got something caught in one of my fingernails. There we go. Right. So 5 5/8. And then all we have to do, I will need my trimmer again, is decide which way up you're going to have your patterns. So we've got, these are all pretty much the same on that side, and these are all pretty much the same because we're cutting, although those are, should be that way up. So these are pretty much all the same, but that would be boring. So we can go, oh, I like that. I'll have one of those, and then I'll have one of those, and then I'll have one of those. That's exciting. And then I might have another one of these, and another one of, well, let's see, which way should I go? I might go that way again. But you see what I'm doing? So I'm just deciding which, I mean, I can have some of them the other way up. That one's pretty. Possibly want another one of those. So those, I've decided that those are my bases and my card fronts. Simple as. So this is quick, really quick crafting for things like craft fairs, gift giving if you need to have a hostess gift, something like that. And then I'm just going to burnish all of my creases really quickly. Where are we? We're at 10 minutes. I think we're going to end up at about maybe just over 20. I don't know. Depends whether the rest of this lets me play nicely. Now you can take more time over what I'm going to show you because you can add extra bits along the way, but this is really, really quick stuff. So one more, oh no, two more, and then we are folded. So those are our 12 card bases, all nicely burnished. And then all I've got to do is grab my glue, and actually I'm going to turn the whole lot upside down, because then the side that's up is the side I'm going to glue. And I'm literally just going to, without even thinking about it, I'm just going to add glue and add it to the front of my card. Like that. And I'm going to ignore that this is a really pretty pattern, because we're going to see a pattern very similar to this on the outside soon. And you can do this with any papers you've got. Of course, if you do it for Christmas, you've got Christmas card packs ready for your craft fair. Now you might want to do them in half dozens, in which case put 12 together and just split it in two. But half a dozen is quite a usual number for a gift of cards, or a pack of cards. People might want them for their personal use, and again, half a dozen is a pretty normal number. Now if you've got any of our older acetate boxes, of course you can use those to pack your cards up. Otherwise, if you're in North America, I don't think you'd be able to get this number into one of the medium bags, envelopes, clear envelopes, but you can certainly have a go. That was just not very well folded, so I'll just do that again, make a slightly better job of it. I will check as I go now. So yes, but a cello bag, or you can just belly band them. So use some other scraps of paper for a belly band around the whole pack. Ribbon would be nice. And the joy of using liquid adhesive, even in hot weather, is that it doesn't dry instantly. So if, like on that last card, you suddenly realise that you haven't stuck it down particularly well, as in not straight, then you can always move it a little if you catch it quickly enough. Where are we now? 13 minutes. Oh, we might do this, you never know. And then I'm going to show you how to multi-stamp your sentiments. Now, of course, with the Stamparatus you can use the step method, where you with the hinge you just move the plate up an inch as each time you stamp, but I have an even quicker way of doing it. And as I say, I'm just not looking at how I'm popping these on the card. I'm just getting on with it, and I've looked at them all. I know they're all pretty, so I don't need to stress. I am checking that I've got the card bases, so that if there's a short edge and a longer edge, I've got the short edge at the back. But that is all I'm doing. That's why I've turned that over. I am actually going to turn that over as well, because I quite like the dark at the bottom on that one. I know, I said I wasn't going to do that. I'm naughty. But it's my stack of cards. And as I say, this would make a lovely hostess gift. So if you're going out for dinner with someone, rather than taking the inevitable bottle of wine and bunch of flowers, why not take them a pack of gift cards that you've made? That's not brilliantly burnished. That's better. Last one. Sorry if you can hear drilling and sawing off. It's the building site. And because it's warm, I've got all my doors and windows open. Right, so I now have 12 really pretty cards. I mean, some of them are plainer than others, but they're all really pretty. So now I need sentiments. It says it on the box, go to greetings. So this has got happy birthday, thinking of you, just a note, thank you, in 3 different fonts, and it's also got hello in this small font. Now I've taken these and I've decided these are shown at 90% size. I've measured how tall they are and they're about 1 inch. So I've got them lined up in the middle of this piece of grid paper on my Stamparatus so that they're in the middle on a strip of 3 inches. Roughly, they're a little over to the right, but roughly in the middle. 3 inches. So let's grab a piece of white and I'm going to cut this at 3 inches. And this is the same whether you're in North America or you're using International A4. And then I'm going to score from not quite the edge up every inch. Now I'm doing it this way, so I'm going down and then up because I'm less likely to end up without brain work. Doing it this way means that this is going to stay attached, whereas if I went from the bottom up, I could get a bit heavy-handed. And I can get to 6 inches easily. And then if I swing my arm out and bring it down a little so you can see it just at the edge here, go up to 7 inches. And then I'm going to cut at 8 so that I know that everything is 1 inch. And that's the same wherever you are. And then I can bring this in. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces. Surprise, surprise. So I can pop these onto my Stamparatus, grab a magnet and hold that in place. Then if I bring this across, I can grab my Night of Navy, which is what's on there at the moment. Ink up. Grab my air hockey presser. Press. Ta-da! Okay, so the th of thinking needs just a little bit more encouragement. So let's just press that. Perfect. Then, if I want, I can take my chamois, or in this case a wet wipe, because that happens to be what I've got ready, and change colour, because we've got lots of colours in our, just grab another of those. We've got lots of colours in the paper, so we can choose other colours. And if I go back to page 108, I can show you the colours. So we've got Melon Mambo we could use Fresh Freesia. I wouldn't be surprised if Gorgeous Grape isn't in there as well. Let's have a look, because it's more colours at the back. Where are we? 19 minutes. Yep, Gorgeous Grape, Mango Melody, Melon Mambo, Mossy Meadow. So we could use let's use Gorgeous Grape, Melon Mambo and Mossy Meadow. And then we've got 4 colours. Actually, I'll do one more because then you can understand that we'll be doing the same thing for the others, and that will save a little time. So I'll bring in Gorgeous Grape and I'll make up 8 of the cards completely. So let's ink up with Gorgeous Grape this time. And again, bring in my air hockey. Perfect. So I don't need to ink up those anymore. Get rid of my air hockey thing. Take those out. Take that out of the way. Bring in my envelopes. Bring in my cards. And then, just with a pair of snips, I can separate these out. You could put them back into your trimmer if you wanted, but this works. And so long as you push this edge of your blade against the top of this, it will line up perfectly. Like that. So we've got our sentiments, and we can go, do I want it here? Do I want it there? Do I want to give it a fancy edge? Let's see what happens if we use this, for example. I don't know if it's going to work, but no, not quite. But you get what I mean. You could do a corner rounder. So I'll pop that away for the moment. But yes, if you've still got one of our corner rounders, so let's grab some. I'm going to use some of our adhesive tape, she says, trying to find her non-stick scissors, which are buried somewhere, and I'll use these instead. So just chomp some bits of adhesive sheet really quick. And pop that there, and then just trim off the back. So we've got thinking of you. We can have thank you, so let's just trim that down a wee bit as well. 1, 2. Possibly need to trim this down a bit, but it's much quicker to use this than dimensionals because it's only one piece. They unfortunately won't go through in the UK as standard letter unless you're very lucky, but you get what I mean. Just a note, and you just keep going until you've got them all done. So where are we? 24 minutes, and we've more or less made a card a minute. Sorry, a card every 2 minutes, more or less. Let's go off the edge there. And as I say, then just pop them with their envelopes at the back, tie them with a belly band or a piece of ribbon, and you've got some really lovely cards to give away. Sell them on a craft stall, give them away as a hostess gift, whatever you want. Use any paper you want and you are good to go. That up there, and I would leave the inside blank because that way people can write whatever they want. So obviously those are just some of them, but yeah, there you go. Hope you found that useful. If you did, give it a thumbs up. So really quick cards to make, how to use your Stamparatus to make multiple sentiment strips at the same time. As I say, the other way to do it would be, having done your first lot, would be to take out your plate and move it right up to the top again. You'd miss the one at the top, but you get 3 more, because these are 7 inches, not 8. But yeah, hope you found that helpful. I'm going to flick the camera up so that I can see you properly. So thank you very much indeed for joining me today. I will be live later this morning at 11 o'clock UK time. This video went live at 8 o'clock, and I'll be sharing more fun crafts with you. So have a great day. If you've enjoyed it, thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're in the UK, France, Germany, Austria or the Netherlands, do remember you can shop with me. You can join my team, whichever is most appropriate for you. You can find all the details linked below in the description bar, as well as a link to the blog post that goes with this video. You'll find the dimensions over there. You'll also find a list of supplies with pictures. The supplies are listed in the description bar, but they'll have pictures of each of the items over on my website as well. Thank you very much indeed for watching. See you again soon. Bye!